What's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Billy Goat's Prophetic Vessel. It's your girl, Billy Goat, and we got a message for you. All right, welcome to your Capricorn and Chosen One channel. Okay, so let's get into these timeless messages. Before we start, I command in God's name all entities, parasites, and evil monitoring spirits that are clothed and unclothed, be blocked, blind, and deafened. Return message sentence to replace with good according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, unclothed, uncontaminated, uncompromised, and so it is, and thank you. All right. So this message starts off with a download. Well, more so download with like a warning. Okay. So in my dream state, there was like, and mind you, this isn't the first, second, or third time when I'm being guided to share. So in fact, this was this past like I just woke up and well, not just woke up, but not too long ago. And basically in the dream, there was like these group of people. I was in this establishment and there was a purchase going on, but it wasn't not but also it wasn't my purchase. It was someone else's purchase. Okay? Of family members. And it was a phone line. And keep in mind, a line cord, right? But it doesn't always have to be a bad cord, but in this case, it was being hijacked. Um, and so in the dream, I pressed OK as far as permission is concerned, um, that I had to revoke when I woke up. Had to cancel out any demonic contract. So that's the thing, guys. You guys are being guided to be mindful of the different exchanges that happens in the dream states because these are different ways that they are stealing from you. And also in that dream state, food was involved too. So the Holy Spirit is really wanting me to make sure that you guys are aware that they are causing difficulties on purpose. Like a part of the reason why you're having difficulties in the physical realm is because of what's going on in the dream states too. Okay. So, and everybody doesn't know how to lucid dream yet. Everybody, you know, and that doesn't mean that you're not gifted if you don't know how to lucid dream. That just means that that's just one of your gifts that you may just have to practice. And that's just anybody, me too, right? But what's happening is that the dark side, the dark galactic beings, they are preying, Prey, hey, they're preying on people's weaknesses, people's growing edges, which isn't fair, right? Because even before Michael Phelps learned how to swim, he had to learn how to swim, right? So it's like they're not that you're not great at what you do or how you are. It's just that they're purposely targeting weak points that they consider weak points, right? And so this is just to make you aware that this is one of the ways that they are harvesting your destiny. Destiny harvesting, energy harvesting. All right. Um, and I'm also hearing I was getting like like frame to framing. So I was watching these videos that was popping up about the Epstein files, you know, people posting different snippets of the actual files. And in some of the videos that was popping up, it was talking about Michael Jackson and how part of the reason why he built Neverland, you know, his ranch, that was pretty much like a big, huge, like carnival theme park. Well, he built that for a part of the reason why he built that was for the kids that was in those Epstein files that was being harvested, that was being taken, that was being kidnapped, that was being drained, that was being used, abused, right? And so what ended up happening that people are putting together is that since he was being a safe haven, he was using his ranch, right? Because remember, a part of the reason why he built that ranch was because his childhood was stolen from him. His dad was abusive as fuck, right? Like We're going to give Michael Jackson all his credits for being the king of pop and being the king, period. Also, at the same time, that didn't mean that his dad had to be abusive like that, right? And so his childhood was totally from him. Just because he was working as a kid doesn't mean that he shouldn't have been able to do kid-like things. His father was just a jackass and more. All right. Um, and so with that being said, he was using something that was being healing for him to be healing for others, right? And in this case, it was for kids. Also, at the same time, for those that know, and it doesn't make it right, when the dark side feels like you are doing anything to interrupt their evil plans, they do what's called retaliation, backlash, punishments. And I don't even know if Michael Jackson knew then, if you have any demonic contracts or anything in like that they feel like, oh no, we have jurisdiction to attack you because you made this promise or vow in this lifetime, or one of your ancestors in the bloodline did. So we're going to use this contract to as justification. And that's not cool. So just to let you guys know, you need to start really canceling out. And I talk about this all the time. But this keeps coming out because the darker the attacks keep getting worse. And more people are not realizing how it's being done spiritually and how it's manifesting in the physical realm. All right. And so this is just to let you know. But going back to what I was saying, Michael Jackson was using his safe haven, his healing um circle, and what he built for him for those kids. And they attacked him by flipping the scripts, right? By saying, oh, he's the rapist or he's doing this. And no, it wasn't him. No, it wasn't him. It was the energies that set him up. So they wouldn't go down for the things that they was trying to make him go down for. So for some, and that energy has came out in our readings before, where you guys have been having different energies that's been trying to frame you, that hasn't been trying to give you your credit, and so on and so forth. They've been trying to change your circumstances, right? They've been trying to and we got the number 5 here, right? And the number 5 is not necessarily the best. See, look at that harmony, trying to cause discord in your life. And mind you, we're not just talking about the physical, we're talking about the spiritual realm and how it's causing these maladaptive changes for you, these maladaptive changes for you in the physical realm. Okay. This is why it feels like there's barely any peace in your family or friendship circles, or why it feels like it keeps, you know, getting worse and worse in some cases here. All right. So just add a little bit more tea. Like some of you guys could be asking God, like, well, why is this going on? Why is that? Why is this? Why is that? Here's your reading. All right. Everything as above, so below. All right. So we have the obstacle. If you don't know what I'm doing, why are you on my channel? So obstacles and challenges in reverse. So we have another 5. So a lot of you guys, you're trying. So we have another 5 here, but it's in reverse. So remember that there's lights and shadow sides to numbers, just like there's lights and shadow sides to people. All right. And so with that being said, the shadow side of the number 5 is everything that you don't want. That's poverty, that's lack, that's sorrow, that's suffering, that's chaos, conflict, jealousy, envy, all those things, right? The light side of number 5 is positivity, freedom, positive changes that lead to positive results, right? um different, like being able to take trips, go out, explore, be your authentic true self. Okay. And so it's like that's what you guys have been working on trying to transmute here, been trying to work on getting yourself out of these obstacles and challenges, and God is letting you know that he will be like, getting you out of this. But it's still like this discord here with harmony in reverse. Right? It's like you're trying to get out of some type of chaotic situation here. And it's like these energies are trying to keep you in, trying to keep you in lack, in suffering. Why, Holy Spirit? Why? And not just in money, financial and material changes, not just in resources, but in your connections too. Why, Holy Spirit? Why? And I command in God's name all entities, parasites, evil monitoring spirits that's cloaked and uncloaked, be blind, black, and deaf, and return back to sin into place of good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminate, uncompromised, so it is, and thank you. We have emotional loss in reverse. They don't want to lose the positive energy that they have gained by you being in lack. So this is a part of knowing your worth. You have to know that you are a light worker and a light being, even if your environment doesn't appear as such, even if people doesn't treat you as such. Listen, I'm a healer myself, and I be breaking down, I be crying, right? Like this warfare shit is definitely not for play. And I had to tell myself yesterday, like, girl, you validate yourself. Ain't nobody going through what you going through, or they going through a snippet, but not they don't understand what's already understood don't have to be explained. So for some of you guys, you may not be feeling supported. You may not feel like you have the proper backing or the resources, right? That is like you're coming out of that if you haven't already. Now this could be past, present, or future information for you. Okay, you won't feel like you're going through such emotional loss. What it's kind of like the Holy Spirit is letting you know this so you can learn how to offset this loss, because it's like there's going to be adversities, right? This isn't going to be the last attack, but it will be the last in terms of how much the Holy Spirit will be allowing as far as training purposes, as far as growing purposes, as far as, let my people go purposes, right? So, now we're talking about the light side of the number 5, going through these changes so that you can have like a permanent ending to poverty, a permanent ending to lack, a permanent ending to sorrow and suffering. Not that you won't have challenges, not that you won't ever have obstacles. It won't be to this degree because you've passed some type of threshold here. All right. Now, I will say this. The next time that some of you guys will go through a large obstacle is when you are going through the valley for permanent freedom. This is going to help you navigate what I'm talking about, this energetic virus, okay? We have memories of love in reverse. So you're wrapping up a lot of your past life, you're wrapping up a lot of your past lifetimes, okay? Some of you guys, you need to do more past life work. Jeez Louise. I don't know where the card went. Oh, I had a card that fell on the floor. I don't know where it went. I don't like that. Dang. Ugh. I don't know. But anyway, we have harmony in reverse. So you have energies that's trying to keep you in like disharmony, like trying to keep you divided, trying to keep you so that you don't have any healthy connection. So you're constantly in this cycle of emotional withdrawal. You don't want to be around anybody. You don't want to connect. And even if you're the biggest introvert, we all need human connection. We all need connection, healthy connection. That's what it is, right? It's like these energies are trying to purposely withhold you. Why? Conflict and defeat, so that they don't end up in conflict and defeat. So they're trying to keep you in a circumstance because trying to keeping you in a circumstance is keeping them out of a circumstance. This could be you, them, you. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Mental conflict in reverse. Yeah, it's like they're trying to offset their consequences by putting them onto you. Like they're still trying to do that. Intuition in reverse. So some of you, they're trying to blind you. All right. They've been trying to blind you here so that you can't see what's going on. And cause confusion as well with choose wisely. So my chosen ones, just 144. It's 144 on the timer for me. We have triumphant success in reverse. So there's some type of lie here, some type of dishonesty that's going on about a connection, about why you've been in some sort of mental conflict that you're going to be coming out of. You guys have been worrying about things that you shouldn't even have to been worried about. Tell me more about the lies. Tell me more about the lies. Love begins. Love begins in reverse. They're trying to alienate you from your connections and make you feel unloved so that you want to give up. Somebody lied to you in a love connection as well. It's multiple messages here, so just letting you know. Patience and planning. All right, so you have a decision here when it comes to a love connection or a friendship. So you could have like ended a friendship or ended a business partnership or ended some type of connection. And because you did that out of spite, somebody lied on you. They tried to fuck up any other connections that could have helped you. And this could have also caused a material change for you, because if in your soul contract, you're supposed to come across certain energies with somebody's tampering with that. But if somebody's tampering with your soul contract so that they could have whatever is going on here, right? Destiny swap top energy. Yeah, look at that balance in reverse. This is why it feels like you guys don't have a balance in your finances. This is why it feels like you don't have a balance in your love life, because you have these galactic beings that's been tampering with your dream state, that's been eating at, I'm hearing like your soul contract, your destiny, like your wealth codes, your key holders, your DNA structures that's supposed to help you attract the things that are supposed to come to you. All right. And so with that being said, this is to make you guys aware so you can offset this. All right. I see a real imbalance in like your connections here. Like you feel like, dad, does anybody love me? Does anybody care about me? So God is saying, please be patient, my babies. All right. You are going to have some sort of positive movement forward here. Something is going to take off for you. We have 7-8 here, divine order. What that may make, you have spiritual union in reverse. That may make someone unhappy. The fact that you are moving forward. Yeah, look at that. We got the light card in reverse. So whoever that you were like in a union with, whether that was a marriage and you divorced or you're getting one, you know, you're moving forward here. This could be like you know, you left a company or something, you know, or a friendship or a partnership, whatever the case may be. It's like they're upset that you're moving forward, or you're upset with someone that they're moving forward. Why? Why is somebody upset about this? because they don't want you speaking the truth. They don't want you telling your story. Ground shot. It's like they don't want you telling your story about what you know. They don't want you to show off. They don't want you to, it's like they don't want you to be, yeah, they don't want you to be seen as the star that you are. But this is what's healing for you. This is what's in your contract here. See, you're meant to have options. You're meant to have a lot of opportunities. And this is why we have these readings, because if you don't know what you're actually supposed to have, this is how dark energies get away with the bullshit that they do, by playing on what you don't know, by playing on what they feel like your weaknesses are, by playing like, and that's not fucking fair. But when do they ever play fair? Right? And then they want to get mad when people want to revoke promises and vows, but they ain't never been honest to begin with. And when they do tell the truth, it's to benefit them. And mind you, this ain't all the kingdom of hell. It's a 99%. That 1%, hey. So, you guys, you are having some positive movement forward here. You're gonna need to do some planning though. Okay, so it does look like God is going to be balancing the situation out. There is some sort of lie here. Let me see. There is some sort of lie here. So just be mindful, because this lie has to, there's somebody trying to keep this lie up so that they can stay in a certain financial predicament, okay? But them keeping a lie up and is has been keeping you in some sort of imbalance here with your currency, with your love life, with your ability to use your gift, using being your gifts and your purpose here. Okay, all because they're trying to dodge conflict. Okay, and these are energies in the seen and unseen, energies that you've had past life connections with that don't have incarnations, but they're trying to sabotage, not but also they're trying to sabotage your ability to have success in this lifetime. Oh, all right. So this is for those that believe in reincarnation. You guys not only have enemies in the physical realm, and you guys don't only have energies, dark galactic beings that haven't had incarnations with now, but also you have other energies from different bloodlines that you've been a part of, and karmic ancestries that were evil when they left here. They have been trying to purposely sabotage you from being successful in this lifetime with your mission and assignment. And they've been trying to do this by sabotaging your resources. They've been doing this, I'm hearing, by like spilling the beans, tricking on what they see you do. Ooh, they doing this, they doing that, they trying to do this, they trying to do that. Right? Because they don't want you speaking your truth. They don't want the news to get out. They don't want you to use your gifts, speak up, tell your story, because you telling your story tells on them. So it's like they're trying to keep you in this imbalanced state. So you're constantly in a state of like not pouring in, not being able to pour into yourself in a sense, right? We have cleanse, clear negative energy from your space. So you guys have been doing cleanses here. You guys need to, you're being forged in a fire for strength. So a lot of you guys are like, Dad, God, like, come on, when you gonna get me out? Like, I know you faithful. It's like, my gosh, the Holy Spirit is saying, that you guys have been forged in a fire. He's been molding you guys. You guys are tough. You guys are tough cookies. Listen. And that's why these energies have been feeling like they gotta fight you so hard. Not because you, and that's why they doing all these tricks. Not because it's right, but because you're strong. They don't know how else to attack you. So it's kind of like they're doing it in the dream realm states. So they're attacking people in the dream realm states when they are the most unconscious, right? Tricking people into demonic contracts, tricking people into these false agreements so that they can get access to you. Because I don't know if you saw my other readings, but the dark side is really in trouble right now, because there's other planets that's being uncloaked, there's other life forms that's popping out, and they're targeting the dark forces. And what the dark forces are, because people are waking up to the fact that, wait a minute, it's the dark forces that's been stealing our energies through this way, through that way, and people are taking their power back. And the dark side is like, oh my gosh, well, what are we gonna do? Because the power that we had came from y'all, which came from God, right? So there's a divine domino effect, and God's letting it happen because in order for people to get out of it, they have to basically bring themselves to Him. First and foremost, D Pickle 931, you took your free will to get on my platform, and you can take your fucking free will to get the fuck off. You should be ashamed of yourself. All right, so we have Pinnacle here in reverse. You are approaching your limit and close to the end. Peak maximum done. So it's like they want to keep, the negative energies want to keep you thinking like you're never going to make it, right? Like you're always going to be in this destitute type of energy. So that's a trick, okay? So you're being watched right now. Watch and listen before making a decision. You're being watched, okay? And the Holy Spirit is telling you to move in silence. So you're being watched not just by dark energies, you're being watched by light energies too, by God, okay? By other alien forces that are of love and light, okay? All aliens are not just dark. All right, we are a version of alienistic ourselves, but everybody doesn't know that or believe in that. We have vision quests. So you guys are receiving visions. You guys are receiving, okay, you've been asking for help. The Holy Spirit is saying that he's received your request. Your request has been received, and your prayers are being answered, but you have to be mindful of how the prayers are being answered. So I'll say it like this. I was like, God, I need help with this. I need help with that. And although the exact help hasn't necessarily came yet, one of the ways that it manifested is digitally. I'll leave it at that. So some of you guys have to be mindful of how the help is coming through and in which the help is being dispersed, right? And it may not be exactly what you want just yet. It's still going to be helpful as the Holy Spirit is working on bringing help to you. And that's something too. My spirit team and Holy Spirit had to tell me one day, like, hey, we are sending you, like we have been sending you some things, but they've been getting demonically hijacked. So just by demonic interference, okay? So just be mindful of that too. You guys have to really work on detaching yourself from these demonic grids, these vows, these promises that's keeping these demonic contracts from open. But just be mindful when you guys start closing out demonic contracts, and you guys start clearing these implants and debugging yourself and stuff and so on and so forth. There is what's called backlash, punishments, and retaliations that the dark side does because they feel like they're losing their power, which is not their power, it's yours, but they don't want to give it up. They're entitled, right? So like what's some of the bullying that I put up with, right? Because I've been actively doing it. I've been actively canceling demonic contracts. I've been actively detaching myself from things with the Holy Spirit. You cannot do this by yourself. You have to do this with God. Free will though. So they've been spiritually raping. They've been spiritually raping me and molesting me, and they've been doing that every day for the past 2 years now. I did say every day, and the multiple times. All right. And they've been using demonic contracts in order to do that, right? Um, and they've been doing that so that I won't share this information with you guys. Now keep in mind, they've been doing the spiritual weapon, spiritual molestation. This is where PCOS and endometriosis. I'm talking about this on a spiritual term. This is for entertainment purposes. Um, this is where hysterectomies. This is where other shit that happen in the physical realm that causes a person to lose different like parts of themselves, like a hysterectomy. A person, do you know what energies could do with that? When you have that taken out, that's currency, right? That's a part of you. And so, well, people don't know that. And so they've been trying to prevent me from having money opportunities. They've been trying to prevent me from um having friends, having people who actually love and pour into me. They've been trying to alienate me. They've been purposely trying to sabotage my food by putting negative energy in it. So God and I have to take the negative energy out, but the things that we got to do it, it's just like a hassle. All right. So um they've been purposely trying to cause pain. Like I'm constantly having to clear 24/7 because they're constantly trying to put the implants back, trying to put the hooks back because they're trying to constantly have access to me. So I'm going through the process that a lot of you guys are going to have to go through if you want to make it to the other side. But it's not pretty. It feels terrible. It feels horrendous. But they did that to so that they were doing that so that I would give up and not make it this far. I did not make it this far without God. Okay. Um, I've been talking about this energetic virus because this energetic virus is a whole reason, well, not the whole reason, but it's a part of the reason why I had to go on this journey because the dark side infected me spiritually with the virus. Hence why a part of the reason why I'm wearing gloves. I'm not the only one that has this virus. A lot of you guys have this energetic virus too. So another reason why I'm wearing this too, because when I clear, you guys, if you guys aren't clearing, we don't want an energetic exchange or that much of, right? So, um, the energetic virus is trying to shut everything down at once. And the energetic virus, this started back in like the 1800s. Um, it was an automatic virus to start attacking people's bloodlines, infrastructures in the seen and unseen. All right. And I'm repetitive about these in my readings because um, pattern recognition helps you understand. All right. And this is very important. And so with this energetic virus, I have had to go through uncharted territories to find out different information to where even your most seasoned practitioner, if they did this, they would have not survived or, you know, on the deathbed, which I have passed away spiritually several times. It is a miracle that I am still here. So this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this, if you're about to start the process of going through the deepest parts of the valley in order to reach full permanent freedom to where you don't have to be demonically tied to anything, because that's what they're doing. The demons are basically saying, and not just demons, dark galactic otherworldly beings as well, are using different contracts to say, hey, we can attack them because in this lifetime they gave us permission to do this. Or let's say you made a promise to someone else. They're hijacking promises and previous vows that you made in other lifetimes, including this one. And they're doing the same to your ancestors' previous promises and vows that they've made in other lifetimes, including in this one, reincarnated ancestors, in order to justify attacking. But when you don't have the knowledge or know-how or know like what's going on or to do, this is how they've been getting over. And when you're losing when you have more loss than you have income, and I'm not just talking about paper money, that's how they've been taking energies out. And it's been happening more at a rapid pace. Like it's almost as dangerous at this point. All right. Vessel, you have knowledge to share with others. Learn wise prophecy. You guys are medicine. Okay. And you guys have to respect yourself as the currency that you are. That's why you have been being attacked so bad by these otherworldly beings. All right. So we have Wind Talker. You receive and interpret messages from Spirit, Oracle, Holy One, Angel. All right. So this is in reverse. So, and we have medicine in reverse. They're trying. So this energetic virus, it can taint anything. It can taint your food. It can taint like your ability to be a healer in a sense. Right? Like it tampers with any and everything. All right, so you know how in the Bible it says God is the only one that can hear, is the only one that can hear your thoughts. Well, that part in the Bible is supposed to be true. Out of the other stuff that is disoriented, uh, the thing is that there are implants that allow the dark side to have that allows the dark side to infiltrate your thoughts. And some of you guys are Reiki practitioners. Some of you guys are, you do energy work, and you guys don't realize that you have been infected with this energetic virus. Okay? You're not, you may be, this isn't your ordinary, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. They want me to make it clear. This is not your ordinary hex. This is not your ordinary curse. This is not your ordinary black magic. This isn't your average bruja, santeria. This isn't what you're used to. This isn't your ordinary black magic. Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is high, dark, demonic tech that even turned on them. And now they're trying to flee, seeking shelter because of the mess that they created. This is very serious here. All right. So again, if you are an energy healer in any way, shape, or form, you have to start taking heed to protect your business, to protect your lineage, to protect your ability to also receive and interpret messages, because they've created implants and hooks to mimic God's voice. Now they've been did this, but they've been trying to perfect it, right? To where the voice sounds exactly like God. And discernment is definitely a thing. Also, at the same time, just letting you know, like, how real this is. It's like, I've said this in another reading, but they really want me, be mindful at different restaurants you eat at, not just because of demonic contracts, but because with people having this energetic virus, anybody cooking your food, anybody that's doing a massage on you, anybody that's washing your hair, you want to get your hair done, or you want to get a cut, you want to go to a barber, or you want to go to a chiropractor, unbeknownst to even them. And this doesn't go for all of them, but they're aiming for all light workers. Thank you, okay. They're aiming for all light workers here to target the medicine that God created the light workers to be and implement and do. So you guys this is tapping into the last reading I did, protecting your currency. Be mindful of your currency and the different ways that they've been stealing. That's a timeless reading. You guys can go ahead and take a look at that if you want to. All right. So And they're cloaking themselves because they're trying to keep your energy so that they can cloak themselves. But God is like, I didn't give my children my energy just for you to steal it, just for you to use it. No. So that's what the Holy Spirit is telling you guys. This is how the different ways that they've been trying to punk you. All right. You have a close connection with the Holy Spirit. Oh, let me let you know too. There's implants that well, that's their attempt to permanently disconnect you with God. There's implants and hooks that aims to disconnect you from not only your psychic gifts, but from your soul family and disconnect you from God. Okay, your ability to feel God, your ability to feel that divine presence is there. And the actual divine presence, not no cloaked presences that in light, cloaked in light, right? So they're hijacking your thoughts, they're hijacking your spiritual gifts, they're hijacking your ability to feel God and feel loved, all right? Um, all right, and these are the lies that you have been being told. A part of the lies, right? They're trying to shut you up so you don't speak your truth. Now, this is on a galactic tip. On a physical tip, energy is doing black magic for some of you guys that's dealing with, spiritual secret societies, or those that practice dark magic in their bloodline, and they decided to do that to you, which doesn't make it right. Okay. Keep the vision, keep on your mission here, even if it looks, very chaotic. God is watching you, but also you're being watched as well, as far as these gang stalkers. Okay. They're in need of help. They're sick. Okay. And you guys could be overcoming different health issues too. But the thing is that God is going to help you overcome those things. Your enemies, no, not at all. Okay. Not at all. Um, they're trying to purposely cut you off from receiving any type of message, your ability to receive any type of clear messages from the divine. And they're trying to restrict your resources so much so that you don't have what you need to heal as well, in the form of losses. So please just be mindful. This is like on a galactic sense and on a physical sense. You guys have been having enemies that's been trying to keep you from what you need. They've been trying to target your needs, right? Keep you imbalanced, keep you imbalanced in your finances, keep you imbalanced in your love life, so that it's like, so you don't ever find, I'm here in solitude, so that you don't have peace, so that you can't peacefully be in your purpose and just want to give up all together. And like they're still trying to do this, keep things in disharmony for you. Yet God has the last word to say. All right. Um, anything else, Holy Spirit? Soul travel, you are shifting into a higher consciousness being. Yeah, these are low consciousness. Oh, and these are low level entities that's working through low level beings. Okay. And soul travel, you are shifting to a higher consciousness. They're trying to taint your consciousness, right? Take it from like a level 7 to like a level 1. Right? They're trying to keep you trapped in a matrix. They're trying to keep you trapped in a timeline so that you can't excel. All right? Trying to keep you from being able to change and transform. Yet God has the last say. So just remember, apply this concept to your life and the obstacles that's been manifesting in the physical as they have been. So because when you know what's going on, or at least an idea, you can then say, okay, well, let's start handling this, or let's start tackling that, right? You can't do anything with information you don't have or don't know. You can't ask questions, nothing. So God is saying that he is, you are having positive movement forward. You will have to plan, but you have a lot of eyes on you. good and bad. 1313 on the timer. Okay, you guys are transforming and transitioning out of this lack. But that doesn't mean that you won't experience any type of attack, right? You'll have the resources now to more so offset it, to more so protect, right? To protect your health, to protect your throne, to protect I was gonna say your kingdom. So your kingdom. Okay. But be mindful of the plots, because you being mindful of the plots is going to show you where you need to extend the protection or pay for the protection, whatever. Okay. So that's what we got for you guys. Thank you all for your love and support here. To truly, truly appreciate it. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out. Deuces.